All right, what's going on, everybody? I want to welcome you to this week's episode of the Sleeping Giants podcast with Mike and Terrance, presented to you by EE TV. What's going on, Mike?
Not much, man. What's good?
Hey, man, it's another week, man. Exciting projects to get into, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. A lot of stuff on the table. A lot of singles this week too. So
Yeah,
gonna cover a lot of stuff today. So I'm excited.
yeah, man. We'll start it off with Talib, Kweli, and Madlib-Liberation 2. I love this project, man. Like we discussed before, Talib, it's been on a great run with Black Star. Even before Black Star, I thought the Gotham album he put out last year was really good. The Black Star album was incredible, and Liberation 2, I really enjoyed it. The samples were like really nicely done. I like the way those were chopped up. His subject matter was great. If I'm not mistaken, I think I read somewhere that he recorded this album in Africa. So, you know, that was great just to see where his mindset was at going back to the motherland to record this. But incredible content. I mean, obviously it's Talib being Talib, but I thought what he did was awesome. My highlights of the album were Best Year Ever, air quotes, Riches Part 2. But I think my favorite song on here, and rest in peace to Mac Miller, The Right to Love Us. I thought that was an incredible joint. And Mac Miller, he sounds really good on those type of samples and those type of beats as well. By the way, The Riches Part 2 was featuring West Side Gun and Rock Marciano, by the way. But incredible album. I thought Talib did a great job on it.
Talib and Madlib-Liberation too. I thought this was a really dope album, man. Production is crazy, so shout out to Madlib on that.
Yeah.
A lot of dope features as well, and obviously the subject matter that Talib is on is pretty consistent with that. But piggyback on what you were saying earlier, I do think he's been on a very strong streak of high caliber rapping, and I think people need to pay more attention to that.
Yeah.
So shout out to him on that. Highlights for me: Best Year Ever. Air quotes featuring Deani, who happens to be Talib's daughter, so that's dope. Nat Turner featuring Casper, Neovest, and Sion Kuti, Fire. Loop Digger's Revenge. I can't remember her name. I think it's Go Pele. I can't.
Yeah, right.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
I didn't want to not try to at least attempt though. Advice with Deani and Pink Seafood, Fire. Wild Sweet Love, Moonbird, and Jessica Care More, Fire. And I like how this track transitioned into Wild Beauty with Moonbird and Keenan Omari, super fire, dope. Yeah. The Mac Miller verse on The Right to Love Us is fire. He went crazy. After These Messages, we talked about that one on the pod a couple weeks ago. I think it's fire as well though, featuring Amani. Riches Part 2 with Rock Marciano and West Side Gun. Marathon Through Babylon, fire, and Something Special with Roy Ayers. So I really enjoyed this album. I pretty much the whole album. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's an incredible project, man. Shout out to Talib. Make sure you guys check out Liberation Part 2. Next up, you know what? Let me ask you one question before we go to the next project. You know, of all the rappers that we have that are quote unquote, you know, white rappers or whatever, Mac Miller is up there, man. He's pretty high up there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you say Marshall, but that second spot could really be debatable between Mac and maybe even Logic, depending on how you see it. Or even, I mean, I guess I like Token too, but I don't know like a lot of his projects and stuff. But Mac Miller's pretty high up there, man.
I mean, man, there's like a lot of people that you could really, put in that conversation. Personally, I like Laura Owen. I know he's not very heard of, but I really like him. Or
Mm-hmm.
Marlon Craft as well is
Marlon's nice. Yeah.
extremely dope.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Ritz. It's a lot of different people you could put in that conversation,
Right.
but Mac is definitely should be in the conversation.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Next up, man, we got Murs, and I think it's Weirden. And I was laughing at myself the other day. I was thinking, you know how on uh, with Chuck and Shaq and Ernie and Kenny, how they have like little highlights and stuff like that. If we was on that type of show, there would be like a whole reel of me mispronouncing people's names. It'd just be like the whole like 2 or 3 minutes of me just butchering names or whatever. I was kind of laughing at myself the other day. So
I mean,
Murs
hey,
and Weird, and I think that's the name of it. But Speak and Spell. Man, I thought this project was pretty dope, man. Some great rapping on here. Um, Highlights for me is starting lineup with Larry June and Ice Cold Bishop. I thought that track was fire. Some great MCing on here. You listen to this project, he kind of insinuated kind of like retirement, basically, to kind of do some other things, but he did some great rapping on here, man. 1928 was a great record. I like Kill Switch Cowboy and 68 Barracuda. But this is kind of like an EP or very short album, but I thought it was very nicely done and some great rapping on here. A lot of nice bars, too.
Yeah, I agree. Co-sign everything. I thought the production was dope. Weirdrun or Wiredon maybe
Yeah.
uh on the production, but and we're I think we may have spoken on Murs or Murs, depending on how different people pronounce it before on the pod. But I thought he did an excellent job, like you said, with the MCing on this project as well, man. Starting lineup featuring Larry June, Ice Cold Bishop. Probably it was a great opening track, first off.
Yeah.
But that one and Spaghetti at the Getty, both of those were just to me. I
Yeah.
love both of those. 1928 as well. Kill Switch Cowboy. Baseball cards and big gulps. I like that one too. And 60 Barracuda. So yeah. Murs, don't retire, man. Keep rapping. We enjoy your music.
Yeah, facts, man. Facts. Yeah. Great project. You guys make sure you check that out. Mike, me and you haven't had much disagreement on the show in a while. We might kind of part ways a little bit on this next project. T-Pain
Okay.
on the covers. I mean, look, I'm a T-Pain fan. I enjoy T-Pain's commentary on his podcast. I think he's a real nice guy, and I like what he does. And I'm not dumping on the project. Like, I don't think the whole thing was bad at all. I mean, I think he can sing, and I know my dad even spoke about he can actually sing without the auto tune as well. He did like I think it was a ball game or something. He did like the national anthem without auto tune, so he can actually sing. And there's some highlights on here that I liked, but it was just 2 songs in particularly I just I couldn't really get with, and that was Change Is Gonna Come with Sam Cooke. Now I don't think he did bad so much on that song, but I guess to me, when you're doing like covers, you want to try to, maybe you can't nail it as much as the person who did. I mean, obviously it's Sam Cooke, so you're not going to be able to top Sam Cooke, but maybe try to come as close as possible, or maybe not even like do it. I know Seal did a cover album before, and I know there's a lot of cover bands and stuff like that. That song was okay. I think the biggest problem I had was with the Journey "Don't Stop Believe" song, because I'm such a big Steve Perry fan. I think he's really, to me, outside of Prince, he may be like one of my favorite singers. So to see somebody touching that and not really coming close kind of gives me like the feel when Genuine tried to do When Doves Cry Over by Prince. Like, bro, like, what are you doing? But the highlights of this album for me was Sharing the Night Together. That was incredible. I thought he did. You know what, Mike? I thought he did "Stay With Me" by Sam Smith. That was one of his best singing performances on this album, in my opinion. I thought he did a great job on that song. Tennessee Whiskey, which is a Chris Stapleton song, I thought he killed that one. And then War Pigs with Black Sabbath is probably my favorite song on here. I didn't list "That's Life" by Frank Sinatra. I didn't really even like comment on that one. Maybe I get your thoughts on that one, but I thought he had hits and misses on here, but it's not like a bad project at all, but it was just those two songs I kind of had mixed feelings about. But he killed the Sam Smith song, he killed the Chris Stapleton song, but my favorite was the Black Sabbath song. Like, he sounded so good on that. Like man, you should do maybe like a rock project.
Okay. Well, coming into this, I listened to this at work, so I'm kind of just got my earbuds in, and I saw the title on top of the covers. I'm thinking this is like, I think he might have even had like a rose in his mouth on the cover or something with a classic R&B pose. I'm thinking this is an R&B album. Yeah. So then I looked at the track list and I see "Don't Stop Believing." And I'm like, hold on, I know that song. Yeah. And I was like, hold on. So I put it on and I hear a change is gonna come, or a change gonna come, and I was like, okay, it's cool. I didn't think it was, the greatest rendition, but I didn't think it was bad. I felt the same way about "Don't Stop Believing." Didn't think it was the greatest rendition, but I didn't think it was bad. I agree with you. I really enjoyed "Stay With Me," Tennessee Whiskey, and War Pigs. I thought War Pigs was probably the best song on here.
I agree.
But I thought his version of Tennessee Whiskey was really good too. Yeah. So I enjoyed it. Like, for the most part, I mean, I guess for me, considering that it's a cover album, I didn't really put too much pressure on it. But maybe that's just how I look at it. I don't know. But I thought it was cool. I enjoyed it.
What did you think of the "That's Life" Frank Sinatra track?
I didn't think it was bad, but I didn't think it was great. It was definitely probably one of the, and I think maybe it was just the way that song sounds in comparison to some of the other songs that he had on the album. I just, that one in comparison to a lot of those other tracks just kind of stuck out, like, and not necessarily in a good way. But I didn't think it was bad. I just didn't think it was great. Yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I say, I don't want to come across like I'm being like, but again, but that's the thing about, I guess, when you touch, songs that people, married to, or, songs that obviously when Sam Cooke, change is gonna come. Now that song, I think it didn't really get a lot of love at first, and then it's built over time, but obviously it got people through difficult times. So I guess just when you touch certain songs that take people back to those moments, it's kind of hard to capture. Even like doing movies over or whatever, when you do a sequel, a classic movie over, there's a lot of pressure to, live up to the, that classic movie that people love or whatever. So I guess that's the only reason why I kind of, came at it from that approach, but not to like dump on this art or nothing.
No, I mean, I'm not mad at it. And I mean, like we said, it's a cover album. Right. If it had been his own material, then I'm sure it would have sounded completely different. But, I think it was ambitious to take on some of these tracks, especially stuff like War Pigs and even That's Life. I think it's a very ambitious feat for, an artist that's been in T-Pain's lane. So, I think that was dope. And I think he took a chance. And I think a lot of these work. They might not all work, but I think a lot of these work.
Yeah, facts. And that, that's a good point you made. But yeah, like I say, I thought he for him to take those type of risks, though, I do give him props for that. Like the Black Sabbath song and Chris Stapleton stuff. So he branched out, you know what I'm saying? I give him his props for that for sure.
No, thanks.
Yeah. All right, man. Next up, man, we got Black Since I Have a Lover. Bro, let me tell you something, man. You commented last week, you said that Kali-Uchis song with Don Toliver, Fantasy, is your favorite song of the year? I think Since I
Probably
Have a
so.
Lover is my favorite song of the year, man. Now, I think we covered this song in New Music maybe 2 weeks ago. And I forgot
We
what I
did.
said, but like I've been like listening to this album on repeat quite a bit. This song is like really grew on me a lot, man. Where I probably listened to the song about 100 times, man. I thought it's dope. Like I think Black probably has, in my opinion, this may be like my second favorite album of the year thus far. Incredible album. Highlights for me are Since I Have a Lover. The video is dope. Just the whole content, the vibe, the music, the production. I like everything about it. Preach is an incredible song. I love Preach a lot. I like Tit for Tat, Talk Back, and NRH. Those songs like really stand out for me. But man, Black got one, man. He really got one. So I want to see him. If he's going on tour this year, I'll definitely check it out. So shout out to him. Stellar album.
Yeah, I enjoyed this album as well. For me, I like Since I Have a Lover a lot, but for me, if I had to say one of these songs from this album goes into my tops of the year, it'd be Talk Back for me. That
Okay.
song, ooh, that song is fire.
Mm.
So shout out to him on that one. I like Inwood Hill Park. I thought was really dope. As you mentioned, the title track for the album, Since I Have a Lover, Preach, as you mentioned,
Yeah.
Tit for Tat, Talk Back, Talk, I like as well. Rent Free, I thought was dope. And Stories in Motion featuring Wale. So I really enjoyed this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an incredible project, man. Really good stuff, man. Like I say, I was almost kind of mad at myself when I was because I don't remember what I said when we reviewed Since I Have a Lover. But man, that song, like I said, that song just really is growing on me a lot. So yeah, it's a great album, man. I liked it a lot. And I messaged you the other day. I think between Black, Kali-Uchis, um, Masego, Music Soul Child, like man, these R&B albums, every last one of them are great albums, man. I was just listening to Music Soul Child. I think it was last night. I was just listening to his album for the second time. So all those projects are great, man.
I agree, man. Like R&B week, we like we have to turn over a new leaf and start including more R&B. So we
Yeah,
definitely gonna have that for y'all. So,
yeah,
but yeah,
yeah,
I enjoyed it too, man.
yeah. Next up, we got EST Gee, Mad. I'll let you start this one off.
Okay, we've covered him a few times on the pod before. Uh, I think he's very consistent. I think he raps well. I think he has a dope vibe. Like I think his production is good as well. So outside of really coverage on the pod, I wasn't really familiar with his music. This is the first full album that I've listened to. I don't know if he's had any albums before now, but I thought this was pretty dope, man. There's really not too many songs on here I didn't like, to be for real. Pray You Pray You Die in Surgery, which is a terrible title.
Mm,
But the song's fire.
yeah,
Uh Ball Like Me, The One and Only, Blow Up, Stay Focused, Drop Top, 25-minute freestyle, Hot Boys featuring Boosie. That's fire. Boosie snapped on this. If I Stop Now and Undefeated, I got nothing negative to say. I thought the whole album was pretty dope for real.
yeah. I mean, this album to me it started a little slow. Like I was like, okay, but it got better as the album kind of got towards the end, in my opinion. Um, But yeah, like you said, he's got some great tracks on here for sure. The One and Only, I like that one a lot. Drop Top was dope. Hot Boys, like you said, Bootsy went off. Like Bootsy really snapped on that song. That's another song
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna cover in the new singles. I thought Bootsy had a great verse on also. If I Stop Now, fire track, and I think my favorite song on this album is probably Undefeated though. So yeah, you know, he's got some visuals out for the album as well. And yeah, I mean, it's a good project, and you know, someone to definitely keep a lookout for. I see he signed to Interscope. So I'm, you know, glad to see him make some big moves, man.
Yeah, man, and like I said, I don't know if this is his first project, but if it is, this is a nice way to start off your career, man.
Yeah.
I know this is the first full project for me, and it's definitely got me interested to see what he does next. So shout out to him. ESTG.
Yeah, facts, man. And we're gonna close it out, man, with Hitboy-Surf or Drown. Man, I really want to start this one off. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. In my opinion, this is the album of the year thus far. Like I love this project, man. I love this project. Now he has this thing going on right now called Surf or Drown Challenge, where he wants like MCs to that's why he made the album with the first half being the songs, and then the second half instrumental that has like all the beats on it. So I've already recorded one of them, getting it mixed and mastered. I've already recorded. I recorded to Composure too, and then I'm writing to another song that I got the hook and the intro written. I just haven't written the verse yet, but I picked 2 songs off this album to do something on. But the highlights for me are The Tide with Nas. Like I say, just Hit Boy's whole swag on this album is incredible. The intro, that's his father on there. Big Hit, that's him doing the intro. So that's his dad. I think his dad is incarcerated, if I'm not mistaken. So that's him doing the intro on there. Corsa with Dom Kennedy. Of course, I'm a big Dom Kennedy fan. I love his music. Tony Fontana 3 with Currency is incredible. Just Ask. I like Just Ask a lot with Spank Nitty. Thought he snapped. Slipping Into Darkness featuring the Alchemist. Composure Part 2. But my favorite song on this album is Too Certified. That song is incredible, man. That's the other one I wrote something to, but incredible, man. Just his whole production. I thought he rapped well on it, and he definitely delivered.
Well, we've been, waiting on this one for a minute, and man, there's a couple tracks he could have put on here that weren't even on here. Back in Traffic with Kirby.
Yep.
What was the other one?
Oh, the one with
Offset.
Offset. Yep.
Yeah, he could have put that on here. Wasn't even on here. So I was kind of surprised that we didn't get neither one of those songs on here. And then I started going through the track list, and I'm like, pretty much every song on here is fire, bro. Like for real, man. And Hit Boy is rapping his tail off.
Yeah, he
Shout out to him. Highlights: The Tide featuring Nas, Corsa featuring Dom Kennedy, Tony Fontana 3 featuring Currency, New Wave with Devin Morrison. I really enjoyed that. Slipping Into Darkness with the Alchemist. We talked about that one previously. And Too Certified. I'm right there with you on Too Certified. Fire. So man, yeah, I really enjoyed this. We should do something to The Tide.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we should do it.
I think the only song on this album I didn't like was the other one with Dom Kennedy. Not that it wasn't good. It just, I don't know. It just, maybe he could have replaced that one with the Offset song or whatever. That wasn't like the strongest song on there in my opinion. But besides that one song, I thought every song on there was fire though.
I'm right there with you, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We got a lot of singles, Mike. What we got, man?
Okay, number 1, we'll start off with Doechii featuring Kodak Black, What It Is. This is cool, man. We've referenced Doechii, I think once. She was on that Smino track, Pro Freak from his album from last year, and her verse was crazy. Like she went bananas. So she's kind of in her R&B bag on this one. So I like that. Kodak's verse is fired. Kind of had the two reveal What It Is, yo thing. So that was cool. I enjoyed this. What you
Yeah, it
think?
was fire, man. Yeah, she's incredible. Like you said, Kodak. One thing about Kodak, I had to give him props, man. Like, maybe with the what's the Kendrick song that he was on off of the Mr. Morale album? But Kodak is like
Silent
he's really
Hill.
what's the name of it?
Silent Hill.
Yeah, Silent Hill. Yeah, Kendrick. I mean, not Kendrick, but Kodak has really grown on me. I mean, I guess his voice is just kind of unique, and it just doesn't sound like anybody else's. Kind of like Bootsy, like their voices just really stand out. You know what I'm saying? And but he killed that song, man. And she's fire too, man. Fire.
I've liked Kodak for a while, so and it's dope to see him growing as an artist. So shout out to him on that.
Yeah,
And choreography was fire in this
it
too. So
was.
shout out to her on
Yeah,
that. So
right.
yeah, dope song, dope video, dope collab. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too.
Next we got Atmosphere with Bigger Games. I'll let you start.
It was okay. It was cool. I mean, not the best song I've heard this week, but not bad, but it wasn't like great either though.
Yeah, kind of a deeper song. He's going into some things about his upbringing and maybe some stuff that's tied to maybe his family and different things like that. Deep lyrics.
Yeah.
The beat I felt like was I don't want to say it was simple, but there wasn't a whole bunch of craziness in the beat. It was just pretty, standard. But I thought it was cool for what he was trying to do, and
Right.
I don't think this was necessarily flexing of lyrical skill or a party or club type of track. He's definitely talking about some deep stuff. So maybe next time around we'll see if we can get something a little different from him and see how they.
Yeah, facts. There was somebody else on this list that I think we didn't like. Not that it was bad, but we just wanted to hear like another song from, and they delivered this week. So yeah, I mean, I definitely want to listen to more music. It's just it wasn't bad, but it just wasn't like the greatest thing. That's all.
Yeah, I've heard from Atmosphere before, and I've heard better songs than this too, in my opinion. But once again, I think this is a different type of song. It's a deeper
Right.
song.
Yeah.
Something's got a little more meaning to it. So
right.
And being that I'm not I haven't heard a lot of his albums or music, like this could be something that his fans and his core might understand on the level that I don't.
Yeah, facts. So, yeah.
But next we got Lil Mosey with Flu Game. I thought this hook was fire. Dope beat. I like it.
Yeah. I thought the concept of it was cool. Flu Game, obviously referring to Michael Jordan, and he had the Jordan jersey on the video. Yeah, it was cool, man. It was a cool track. I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too. Next we got Coast Contra with Contradictions. I'll let you start.
Fire, man. Just fire. Just anything they do, man. I haven't heard like a bad track from them, so it's fire.
Yeah, I mean, fire emoji. No other comments. Fire emoji.
Yeah.
Next we got this one was pretty interesting to me. Rory featuring Jay Electronica and Reggie with Enough. For those who may not know, Rory is Rory from the Rory and Maul podcast, who, of course, they were both formerly parts of the Joe Budden podcast back in the day. Right. But I've heard Rory speak before on the fact that he did music. I really didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if Rory was going to rap or what. So I was kind of surprised by this. And I was really even more surprised that he got a Jay Electronica verse. That was probably the most surprising thing of anything about this track. But I thought this was cool. It had kind of a laid back type of vibe.
Who was Reggie?
I'm not sure exactly who Reggie is.
Okay.
Not sure about that one.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the song, if you listen to the song itself, it was pretty cool. It's a lot going on, kind of strange stuff in the video though. So maybe the music video just kind of threw me for a loop. He's dancing with the dog at the end of it, and one scene he's sitting on the toilet, and there's just a lot going on in the music video. But I guess just the song itself, yeah, it's not bad though.
I didn't understand the music video at all.
Yeah.
I want to be clear about that. I didn't
Right.
understand what was going on, and I watched it 2 or 3 times, and I still didn't understand what was
Right. Right. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Yeah.
going on. But I thought the song was cool. Jay
Yeah.
Electronica snapped too.
Oh yeah. 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 Jay does what he does.
Facts. Next we got Locksmith with Haters. I'll let you start this.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. I liked it. I thought the whole concept of it was dope, and good lyricism. I enjoyed it a lot.
Okay. I like Locksmith. He he has a lot of stuff. He's been around for a minute. I think he was on the MTV rap battle thing way back in the day. He may have even been on 106 and Park rap battles, and he used to be a battle rapper. He does a lot of content on Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that. And he's definitely a dope musician. So shout out to him on that.
Yeah.
Uh, Lyrically, I thought he went crazy.
Hmm.
And that's kind of what, in a lot of ways, he's known for. He's known for being an elite level lyricist.
Right.
And I thought he showed that on this track. And it was dope to see him on kind of, a up tempo track. They usually say people with bars and lyrics aren't able to rap on those types of tracks and make it sound good. And I thought he did. So shout out to him.
Yeah. Definitely.
Next we got Redveil with Giftbag. I'll start this one. Redveil, I'm a big Redveil fan ever since learning to swim last year. I think I had it in my top 5 albums of last year, maybe.
Hmm.
I thought this was fire, dope beat. Hook was dope, and looking forward to seeing what he has playing, because I would not be surprised if he drops an album this year as well. So I enjoyed it.
It's fire, man. Fire. Yeah, I mean, this is like a more of I guess more up tempo for him, but he killed it, man. It's hot. I like it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Next we got Mellow Bucks featuring Latto with Boom Part 2. I'll
Mm.
let you start.
Man, Mellow Bucks was cool, but I don't know, man. Like Latto is really growing on me, man. Like she is. I think between Latto and Ice Spice, man. I think I guess you can throw Cash Doll in there too, but they up there, man. They are up there, like as far as like some of the best female MCs in the game right now. I like the track.
Hey, facts. Latto's fast on this, bro. Like Latto went crazy. That was fire. That may have been one of the best Latto verses I've heard for real.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed it. There's another track we'll get to later. I thought she snapped on too, but yeah, Latto. Yeah, I thought she went crazy on
Yeah,
it. So
Latto went crazy, man.
shout out to both of them. But yeah, I thought Latto went crazy.
Yeah.
Next we got Daniel Caesar with "Let Me Go." Fire, bro.
Fire. Fire. Fire, man. Probably nothing else to even be said. That was incredible.
Fire, yeah.
Yeah.
Back on, bro. It's really making me feel like we should have been covering R&B this whole time.
Yeah.
Every time we come across a dope project or a dope song, it's just like, man, why didn't we start with R&B the whole time?
Right.
Next, Glorilla featuring Lil Durk-EX'S, Fentanyl remix.
I thought it was hot. Yeah, I mean, this song it's popular, so I hear it a lot. Just to go places, they play it like all the time. Yeah, it's dope, man. It's probably one of the better Lil Durk verses I've heard, and Glorilla she's another one. I guess her voice and just I saw her on Sway with her interview and the way she kind of talks and her slang and vernacular, it really stands out. So yeah, the track is hot though. I liked it.
Yeah, I definitely think her voice and, like you said, her kind of slang and vernacular, all of that makes her stand out. And I thought this was dope too. Probably one of the better tracks that I've heard, in my opinion, from her. I
Mm-hmm.
know we the one with her and Moneybag. That was cool too.
Yeah.
But I think I like this one a little bit more than that.
Wow. Facts.
Next we got Metro Boomin featuring The Weeknd, Diddy, and 21 Savage with Creepin remix. Fire. I thought 21 snapped too, man.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. Fire.
Hey man, hey, I can't lie. Puff kind of went off on here, man. I mean, obviously he's rapped on this beat before, but thought Puff had a nice verse, man. But like you said, 21 did his thing as well. You know, The Weeknd, doing this thing, and yeah, Metro got, he has a hot one on this one, man. I liked it.
Yeah, this was dope, no doubt.
Yeah.
Next we got Usher with Glue.
Mm.
To be real with you, bro, I like Usher. I wasn't really crazy about this. This was okay to me.
Okay. I kind of liked it a little bit. I guess the reason I liked it a little bit, it kind of gave me maybe semi kind of Prince vibes. I guess the way he tried to, go high on it and stuff like that. But I can understand where you're coming from, though. I think Usher over the years, I know he's been doing his residency in Vegas for years and hasn't put out a ton of music. And probably since Confessions, some of his music has been kind of hit or miss, in my opinion. It's not bad. I don't know. I think in 4 days it only had like 200 some thousand views, which is kind of low for Usher. So we'll see what he does from here. I don't know if he has an album coming out or what he's going to do with it, but I semi liked it a little bit though. I thought it was different.
I can respect the opinion about the semi Prince kind of vibe, and he did try to go high and hit a registry that I guess we're not really used to Usher doing
Yeah,
frequently. So I can give him props for that. But I thought the track was just cool.
I feel where you're coming from.
Next, we got Lil Keed with All I Wanna Know featuring Young Thug. This is dope. Uh, not the biggest Young Thug fan. Uh, be honest. I'm really not very familiar with Lil Keed, but I thought that this was a dope collab. I thought it worked. So yeah, I thought it was cool.
Okay, I thought it was cool. I thought it was all right. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, I just leave it at that. I thought it was okay.
Okay. Next we got Tori Kelly with Missing You. I'll let you start though.
Dope. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was pretty. I thought it was pretty hot, man. The video was fire and makes me kind of want to listen to some more music from her. I thought it was good.
Okay, I followed Tori Kelly for a while. I think she was on American Idol back in the day, and she has done some. I know she did a lot of covers on YouTube
Mm,
back in the day, and that's kind of how I guess she gained a lot of her popularity
mm,
before and post American Idol. Uh, Most of the music that I'm familiar with her, she's kind of more in the R&B or gospel type lane.
okay.
Um, so this one felt mad poppy,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe that's what she's going for now. I thought her voice was excellent on the track. The singing was incredible. I thought the production was just okay though. I wasn't crazy about the production on this track.
Okay.
It almost, I don't know if you're familiar with Ellie Goulding.
Not as much.
Okay, it reminds me of what I felt about Ellie Goulding when she first came out. I thought she had a good voice, but I felt like a lot of times they did so much overproducing on the tracks that it took away from what made her dope, which was her voice. And that's
Mm,
kind of how I feel about this one.
I got you.
But I thought she was dope. But
Yeah.
I think she another track, and I think it may have been an even better song personally. But
Right. Yes. Sometimes, like an actor, like they could nail it in the movie with their acting, but sometimes the story may not just be like the strongest or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
But once again, I thought she was amazing. the production I felt like could have been a little better.
Better, I got
you. Next we got K Michelle with You. Hey, K Michelle did her thing. She can sing. Like K Michelle can sing. She did her thing. I thought this was cool. I enjoyed it.
Okay. Yeah, I thought she can sing. Maybe the same analogy you gave for Tori. Maybe it was just something with the music or something that was a little okay for me on this one, but it was okay. It's not my favorite song of hers, but I thought it was all right.
I feel it. Yeah, I agree. I think she's definitely got stronger songs.
Yeah.
But
right.
I'm right there with you on that. But I thought it was cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah.
Next we got YG Tut-Late Nate. Fire.
Fire. Yeah, this is fire, man. Yeah. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, fire movie. Nothing else to say for real.
Yeah.
Shout out to YG Tut. Larry June featuring the Alchemist and Big Sean. Palisades, California. Yo, Big Sean went crazy, bro.
Went stupid.
That's the best Big Sean verse I've heard in years, bro.
Yeah, it is. He went bananas on here. He went crazy, man. Yeah. By the way, I think this Larry June album comes out. I think it's this Friday. Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, new Tyler Friday too, by the way, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
But yeah, so that should be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the song. It's hot, man. Alchemist is I don't care what nobody say. Alchemist might be top 5, man. His production is crazy, man.
I think you might as well go ahead and man, he might be. We ain't gonna do that yet. We'll save that for another pod.
Yeah.
But shout out to Alchemist. Fire song, man. Everything they've dropped for this upcoming project has been fire. So man, this could very easily be an album of the year contender.
Yeah.
Next we got Doechii, favorite song. I'll let you start.
Hot. I thought it was hot, man. I mean, I almost felt like a record executive this week because we had so much music, and a lot of this stuff probably within like 15 to 20 seconds, I already kind of had like a opinion about, like, but this one here, incredible, man. I liked it a lot. I thought it was dope.
I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. Initially, I was listening and I was like, okay, this is cool. And then I really started listening to what he's saying, and I was like, okay, nah, this is better than I thought it was. This is good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, facts.
Next we got Statik, Selektah, Ghostface, Killah, Raekwon, Inspector Deck, and Method Man with Unpredictable. Fire.
Man, Ghostface went stupid on him, man. What do you say? How can you battle a ghost you can't see? Man, he was just going off, man. I mean, everybody brought it, but Ghost was on one on this one, man.
Hey, man, Ghostface is still an elite MC, bro.
Yeah, he is.
Yes.
Yeah,
it was fire. Statik, Selektah too. I think Statik, Selektah may have an album coming out soon too. So, and Alchemist, if I'm not mistaken, has an album coming out soon. So, hey, producers is dropping fire albums too.
They are. Yeah, Metro Boomin, all of them. Yeah, they going off.
So yeah, man.
Drama too.
That drama, in Cash Doll, that was fire too. And he done a couple of he was on the Tyler Call Me If You Get Lost,
Right.
So Lil Pump, I Don't Mind featuring Young Boy. I like this, bro, and I'm not even a Lil Pump. Like, this is probably the best Lil Pump song I think I've heard. I'm not even really into Pump's music like that. I thought this was really good, though. I gotta give him props.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this is one of the better Young Boy verses. Young Boy snapped on here. Like, he sounded really good on there. Yeah, I thought it was cool, man. I liked it. I guess it's finally him doing a song. He ain't promoting the brand or something, but yeah, it was dope though.
Yeah, I enjoyed this, and I agreed. I think that Young Boy verse was definitely underrated. So shout out to both of them on it.
Yeah.
Next we got Currency and Jermaine Dupri with Essence Fest. I'll let you start.
I don't really like this one. I mean, I like my really everything I ever really hear from Currency. I like for the most part, but I don't know. I mean, I think it was the production on this song. I couldn't really get into the beat at all. It was all right, but it wasn't my favorite. It's probably one of my least favorite Currency songs I've heard.
I thought it was cool. Now the first time I listened to this one 3 times. The
Okay.
first time I heard it, I was right there with you. The
Mm,
second time, it was like, okay, this was a little bit better than I thought the first time. And
mm,
by the third one, I was like, hey,
mm.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it just grew on me over time,
I
but
got
I
you.
do agree. I don't think the production was nearly as strong as the production on Never Enough,
Mm-hmm.
which was the one we covered last week. So
Right.
production can make or break a song in
Yeah.
a lot of cases. But
Right.
this one grew on me. I didn't think it was the best at first, but it grew on
Okay. Yeah, I only heard it once, so maybe if I hear it a second time, I may feel different about it. Like I was saying about Black, like Since I Have a Lover, like that song just grew on me. Like, what the hell was I thinking? Like that song was fire. But I give it another try.
me. I feel it.
Yeah.
Okay, so next we got Cali with area codes. I'll let you start.
Another one, like it's all right. The production was just kind of bland for me. I assume that's kind of like the ludicrous vibe, about the area codes and stuff.
Mhm.
It's okay. I mean, it was nothing special, but it was okay.
I thought her rapping was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I liked her flow. The
Mm-hmm.
subject matter is pretty, typical for what a lot of people are talking about. But I thought her flow was good.
Mm-hmm.
The production I'm with you was a little, minimalistic, but
Yeah.
I didn't think it was terrible.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not saying it's terrible. Like you said, I just think the beat just didn't do anything for me. But yeah, but she did rap pretty well on it though.
Yeah, I liked her flow, and I thought her rapping was cool. So I would look forward to hearing another song from her
Yeah,
to really get a more of a feel.
definitely, definitely.
Next we got Kevin Gates with Pages. This was a short song, but hey, this is cool. This is probably one of the better Gates songs in my opinion. I really like this.
I agree 100% with what you said. This is probably my favorite Kevin Gates song, to be honest with you.
Okay. Next we got Central C, Me and You. I thought this was cool. Had the Donnell Jones sample on there. I want to say that was Where I Want to Be.
Okay.
Uh, or no, it was Shorty Got Her Eyes on Me. That's what it was.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. So that was dope. Dope to hear the Donnell Jones flip.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm Central C. I've been starting to kind of get into him a little bit and check out what he's doing. But so far, I've liked most of the music I've heard from him. So it's hot.
Okay, that's dope. Next, we got Dave East with Above Water. I like this a lot. I really like Dave East. I really feel like he's underrated. Uh, Nothing negative to say about him. I thought this was dope.
Fire, man. This is a really good track. One of his better songs in a while. I mean, not that he's been putting out good stuff like the song with Uncle Murder and some other stuff he's done is great, but this is one of my to me this one stands out a little bit more than some of the other stuff.
Yeah, I think probably dating back to that project he did with Harry Fraud, like maybe two
Yep.
years ago. This is probably some of the best stuff I've heard from him since then.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Next we got Millie's with Over. I like this too. I think this is probably the strongest Millie's track I've heard thus far. So shout out to him. I think this is maybe what the third or fourth track we covered for
Yeah,
him. Maybe
it is. Yeah.
I think this is the best one so far.
I agree 100%. I mean, I like what he did with the Stand sample. I forgot the name of that song, but in the one with
Tonight,
Tonight, yeah, and the one he did with Jada is hot too. But I agree with you. This is the best one for sure.
facts, big facts. Next we got Yeshua Alexander featuring Boosie Badass with Born Guilty. Subject matter I think is dope. I thought the skin was dope. Boosie snapped. I really didn't know what to expect on this one going into it, but this was a lot better than what I expected. I thought it was dope.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I thought Boosie's verse was incredible. The content is good. I mean, I'm happy to hear that type of track, and we need more, more music like that instead of everything kind of redundant about nonsense. So great message.
And I was glad to see Boosie on that track. You
Yeah,
know, stuff like that, the Black and Beautiful track that we covered a couple weeks ago. Like, I'm loving seeing Boosie, in a different bag. So I appreciate
exactly. Yeah.
it. Next, we got NLE Chopper featuring Lil Wayne. Ain't Gonna Answer. Uh, this was cool. Honestly, bro, I like the Mo up front a lot better. This was cool though.
But yeah, I didn't like this one. I guess it's like been like a theme for this show. Like most of the songs that I don't like, it's the beat. It's just I don't know, the beat just didn't do anything for me. I mean, Wayne is Wayne, so Wayne snapped. I like this verse. And I like, how Chopper was having fun at the end of the video with Dude coming out and all that. All that was cool, but I think the beat just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of got that 2000 vibe to it. Just didn't really fit in today's equation, in my opinion.
I feel it. Okay. Next we got AKA Keys, Decorum. It's fire. Never heard of AKA Keys, but he snapped. It's fire.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I think out of all these songs we did this week in the singles, this might be my favorite.
Really?
This fire. This fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. I think mine is probably another one, but I'm not mad at that. I definitely think this was one of the better songs of the week.
Yeah.
And shout out to him. The video didn't have a whole bunch of views, so he may be, kind of up and comer. But I
Right.
thought the video was dope. I thought his lyrics were fire. Production was dope. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
AKA
Facts.
Keys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next we got Victoria Monet with Smoke. Fire.
Yeah. It's fire, man.
I
Fire.
love Victoria Monet. Fire.
Yeah. Yeah. I liked it a lot too, man. I thought it was a great track. Yeah.
Next we got Flo with Fly Girl. This is dope, bro. It's been a while since we've seen like a three girl group, or really girl groups in general, to be for real. I think the last one I might remember was like what, Fifth Harmony, maybe. I think that's the group that Normani came from.
Mm-hmm.
So out of them, like, I can't really tell you when the last girl group, that I know of was really popular or popping. So it was interesting to see that. They had the little the hook with the Missy Elliott "Work It" thing. If you're a fly girl, get your nails done. I thought that was dope.
Mm-hmm.
So and Missy was on the track as
Yep.
well. She
Mm-hmm.
snapped,
Yep.
went crazy. Probably produced it as well, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I thought this was dope, man. This could be so, like, they could be like the girl group to bring girl groups back. I could see it.
Yeah, I liked it, man. I thought it was a pretty good track as well. It was good to see Missy doing her thing, and like you said, it makes me definitely want to hear some more music from him. So shout out to Flo.
Yeah, thanks. Next we got a pod favorite, Mr. IDK featuring Rich the Kid. 850, we on top. I'll let you start.
Fire, fire, man. I mean, I was saying, AKA Keys got my, probably the favorite song of mine of the week, but this one to be right next to it, man. IDK is dope. I love Rich the Kid, even though he did a song a couple weeks ago that we reviewed. I wasn't too crazy about, but this song here is fire, man. So shout out to IDK, and it's good to see Rich the Kid on here as well.
Agreed, man. And interesting collab. IDK, I think, can work with just about anybody. But great collab, great track. They both did their thing. It's fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
Well, man, JPEG Mafia featuring Danny Brown and Redveil, Kingdom Hearts key. This is wild, bro. Man, this is wild.
Yeah.
I've I've never heard a JPEG Mafia song. I've seen their names a lot, never really listened to them. And I'm gonna be real. Only reason why I even listened to this song is because Redveil posted it on his Instagram, and I
Okay.
seen him. He said Redveil, Peggy. That's what they call the JPEG Mafia, I guess. Peggy, and
Okay.
and Danny Brown got a new track dropped. So I went and checked it out, and I was like, "Yo, what is this?"
Yeah.
Like the production is bananas. Kingdom Hearts and all kinds of like different samples from God knows where, bro. I couldn't even track some of them samples down.
Mm.
Like,
Right.
but this is crazy. Production is incredible. Redveil went crazy. Danny Brown's verse was dope. I thought, man, it's weird for something that aesthetically I don't think most people could pull off as far as making it sound well. They did it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree 100%. This Danny Brown from Detroit, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's dope, man. It's hot. You know, Redveil, he's ascending for sure, man. You know, and to be so young, you know, he's like I was thinking about that earlier. I was listening to XX Tentacion earlier today when I was driving. It's crazy, man, that these guys 18, you know, I think he was maybe 21 or something. Redveil maybe 18 now or some 18, 19. These guys almost like 30-year-old men or something. You know, just the mindset and the way they do music is just so more advanced for their age. So it's hot, man. It's hot.
Yeah. That's one thing that impressed me so much about Redveil with learning to swim. When I found out he was like 17, or it might have possibly been 18 when he recorded the majority of that album.
Right.
Like that's just crazy to think that someone that young, was putting out that caliber of music. So yeah,
Exactly.
shout out to him.
Exactly.
But JPEG Mafia, man, incredible song, incredible production. Shout out to Danny Brown and Redveil. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
We might have to cover that album.
Yeah, for sure.
Next we got Lola Brooke featuring Young Miami and Latto. Don't Play With It remix. I'll let you start.
Fire. Fire, man. Lola Brooke is what I'm talking about. Like last week, I thought the song was cool, but maybe the production wasn't the greatest, but she redeemed herself with this one. This is hot. I thought everybody snapped. Like we mentioned Latto earlier, she may be, if it ain't her, it's Ice Spice, but they're kind of neck and neck for me. Is like really wanting to take over like the game or whatever. Thought Young Miami had a pretty good verse as well, but this song is hot, man. It's hot.
Yeah, agree. I got one more contender in there. Well, I mean, obviously, we love people like Rhapsody and
Yeah.
Tierra Whack,
Oh
and
yeah.
but
Shay
obviously
Noir. Yeah.
they don't. Shay Noir,
Right.
Love the Genius, they don't get the press and the coverage that
Facts.
people like Lotto and other and Young Miami and
Right.
people like that get. But there is one that I think, and even Ice Spice. But there is one that I think may be a contender. We'll talk about her a little bit later.
Okay.
But I thought this was dope. Like you said, much better than the track last week.
Yeah.
And I think now I get a better feel for her as an artist. So Lotto went crazy on this.
Yeah.
Young Miami was dope too. I thought they all three had made a dope song. And
Right.
what I really enjoyed about it was, there's so much, quote unquote beef in the female side of the rap game. It was dope seeing three female rappers do their thing on the same track. You know, they had fun in the video. It was dope.
Right.
And so just to not, have all of that beef stuff, like they showed that it can be done. So I thought it was cool.
Facts.
Next we got J.I. with So So. Fire. That's all I got. Fire emoji.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool. Yeah.
Okay. Now, how did you feel about this one in comparison to maybe the one where they had the video where he was addicted to pain? How about that one?
I think
You
I
think?
probably like that one a little better. But both
Okay.
of them, both of them are cool though. But maybe that one just kind of touched me a little more than this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next we got Kane with Evidence. I'll let you start.
Bro, he may be low key becoming like a pod favorite. How we was talking about IDK, man. Kane is, man, he just every song just keeps getting better and better, man. I mean, we was joking about the other song, like we thought will like that song a lot. Then he came back last week with something crazy, and Evident is just ridiculous, man. Hot.
Yes, he's making it evident that he is not playing with people in
Yeah.
2023. And it's funny that you mentioned IDK about him being a pod favorite. I agree, Kane is definitely a pod favorite. And I need that collab, IDK and Kane.
Yeah,
That
that'd
would
be
be
hot.
fun. I need that.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd
And
be hot.
also, while we on Kane, I recently found out that his name stands for knowledge above all nonsense. So to have the acronym name, I think that's super fire too.
Mhm.
So the more and more I listen and the more and more I find out about Kane, the more and more I like what he's doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next, Bia featuring Timberland. I'm that bitch. Um, this was who I was talking about when I
Okay.
said there's another one, because that London track with J. Cole went crazy.
Yeah.
Like that track was everywhere.
Right.
And this was pretty fire too. We covered 16 a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we did.
So and she's kind of on the drill vibe too. So I know I
Yeah.
said a couple weeks ago that Ice Spice might have that lane kind of sold up. Bia could, definitely be somebody else in that lane that can make some noise. So definitely look out for Bia. I thought this was dope. Had the Missy Elliott, She's a Bitch sample. So yeah, we're seeing a lot of Missy this week too.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I
shout
was about
out
to
to
ask you,
Bia.
what you think of the beat?
Oh yeah, I thought it was dope.
Yeah, it was dope. Yeah.
You didn't
Yeah, I
like
mean,
it?
it's good to hear Timbaland
Oh,
kind
okay.
of, because I mean, I know he's doing the versus stuff, but I just haven't heard him do, work with many artists in a while. But yeah, I thought they delivered on this one. It's hot.
No, facts. I agree.
Yeah.
Next, we got Coda the Friend, High Noon. I'll let you start.
Fire. Fire, man. I like this song a lot. I thought it was dope.
Yeah, I like Coda, man, and I think this is another good song. I think he's got another project out, so another one that we'll have to add to the shuffle. But definitely another dope track from Coda, so shout out to him.
Yeah.
Next we got Jay Skis with Symmetry. This is dumb. This is dumb, bro.
This is crazy.
I think the most surprising thing about this, when this track first started, it kind of gave me the, kind of slow, minimalistic Griselda type beat, and I'm thinking that's what he's gonna rap on. And then when they flipped that sample, bro, I was like, whoa. And he starts rapping, I was like, nah, this is fire. This is fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to.
He went crazy, man. Like, and Conway came in, his verse was a lot shorter, but even in the shorter space that he had, he said so much in just the 16 bars. But just the whole concept of what symmetry is, and Jay Ski he's on one, man. I thought the video was dope, the song was dope. His lyricism is very skilled. I don't know what his age is, but his lyricism is very detailed, and he's nice, man.
Hey,
Dope
he's
track.
one to watch out for. I'm telling you, man. Everybody over there, everybody associated with Griselda, bro, is a problem.
Yeah.
Like everybody associated with them is a problem.
Yeah. Shout out to Drum Work, man. Yeah.
Thanks. Lastly, we have Mr. Raekwon. This one dropped, I'm talking about right at the cutoff too, for where we cut off time for songs that come in for the week. But we got Raekwon with featuring London Monet with Plot Twist. This was one of my favorite songs, easily. And I think this is a top 3 Raekwon song for me. I won't go best yet. I really enjoyed that joint he did with Ab-Soul a couple weeks ago that we covered ago too. And he did the joint that I first heard from him that kind of got me into his music to begin with. I thought was really dope. But this is a top 3 Raekwon song. Like, this is excellent.
I agree 100%. It's fire, man. It's fire. I got dope written down in my notes. It's incredible song, man. I liked it a lot.
Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, really, I think that J Skis, this Raekwon, and JID and AKA Keys, man, that was probably my favorite songs of the week.
Man, that Larry June, Alchemist,
that's fire. Yeah, that's hot too.
Definitely in there.
Yeah.
Coast Contra.
Mm-hmm.
What else? That Statik Selektah, Ghostface.
Yeah, that's fire.
Raekwon, Inspector Deck, Method Man, IDK and Rich the Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Kane.
Mm-hmm.
J Skis and Raekwon, yeah. And on the R&B tip, I would go Victoria Monet and Daniel Caesar. Those might be the only two that was really R&B that we covered, with, I guess, the exception of maybe a couple of T-Pain covers. But
right. Yeah, I like that. I like that Daniel Caesar a lot on for R&B. I think that was probably my opinion, maybe the best R&B song this week.
I feel it. Yeah, I really enjoyed that Redveil-Giftbag too. That was dope. And the Doechii and Kodak. So yeah, a lot of good stuff this week.
Yeah, man.
A lot of stuff that maybe definitely didn't hit, for some of us. But at the end of the day, it's music, it's all subjective.
Yeah, man. Like I say, shout out to Black, man. Since I have a lover, that thing has been on constant repeat for me, man. I've been blasting him and Hit Boy nonstop.
I feel it. Yeah, I'm still kind of on that Cali. Still been on that Odyssey from earlier this year too. I definitely still got that in my top in my rotation, and then my top albums of the year so far. In fact, we coming up on April, so it'll be almost time soon for the quarter of the year. Top albums and singles. So yeah. So maybe we'll maybe halfway through next month we'll go ahead and drop that for y'all and kind of get y'all up to date on what we got, as far as the top songs and top albums of the year.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. Good list, man. I enjoyed everything, man, and look forward to our next show. Give everybody your social media.
Yes, sir. It's M1C_CH3CK on Instagram.
All right, and you can find me at Terrance Hill the Great on Instagram, Facebook, Terrance Hill, and then on YouTube, Terrance Hill, and also I have another page, In the Hills. You guys continue to subscribe, share the content, and then also you can listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. Appreciate you guys for tuning in to this week's episode. We'll see you on the very next week. Take care.